Hi everybody, we just thought we'd give you a real quick update about what's going on with Ranger. So Caleb, what did I just tell you? We have some good news for everyone. What was it?
That we have a new home.
That's right, we got a new home for Mr. Ranger. Ranger came to us in the middle of the night, a big surprise visitor, and of course he's not a Rex rabbit, which is what we're breeding, but he's very cute and he's very
fuzzy.
friendly and fuzzy. He's like, oh, nap time. Want to come out and say hi to everyone?
Want to come out?
The family that has adopted him grew up having rabbits in their, ooh, big stretch there, yeah. Here. Right. Here, I'm going to close it just for a bit, and then we'll take you out and put you in a new cage and take you all the way to your new home, okay?
Is it far away?
The family that has adopted him is not far away, actually. It's very close to an area that I was just this morning playing disc golf at. It's a neighborhood on just the other side of town, and this lady has had rabbits in the past, and right now she found me because I had posted that I had found this rabbit on a local community website, and she said, you know what, there was another rabbit about a month ago that was found, and she had adopted it, and she's like, I think I can handle more than one rabbit. So she has a whole outdoor setup for them, so it'll be two boys, and they'll get to hang out together and live in a pretty cool shady all setup. So looking forward to meeting her, and so shout out to Sandy. We're thrilled that you will find a new family member, and we hope that Ranger is quite happy with you. And I guess that kind of is a happy ending for everyone who's been wondering, what is David and Amanda, or Amanda and David, what are they going to be doing with that rabbit? They already have so much going on. So fortunately we don't have to make the decision to keep it, because I have nowhere to put it here on the farm, do we? Where would we put it? We could put it there, but there's a plant there. Put it there, but there's a milk stall.
We can put it in the backyard, but where the chicken run is, but there's a chicken run.
There's a chicken run there. So he gets to go to Sandy's house and be with her and her grandkids. It'll be fun for him. All right, let's get him packed up. Well, I'm here with Sandy, and we are Sandy and her family have kind of adopted the rabbit that we call Ranger. What was the name that we came up with, that you came up with already for this new bunny? Do you remember? Flower? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah. And Flower now has a lovely new home in their backyard. They're going to have free-range bunnies. This little guy here, what was it? 3 days ago?
That's Bunzarella.
Bunzarella. Look at that. So Bunzarella came to them 3 days ago. They just adopted him from a lady who found him in Sherwood Park.
On Sherwood Park, yeah.
And
posted it on Marketplace for free to a good home, and I fell in love.
There you go.
And now it's multiplying. Now we have 2.
So 3 days later, they're at 2. And if the bunnies play their cards right, they might get more friends. Who knows?
They might.
But we were just dying because we came in the door today, and there's 4 little girls, and it's just a fun, loving house. It's amazing. So the little girls have a friend. And so
their first pet.
When we were talking on the phone, and you said that you had bunnies growing up.
All my life.
And now you have more. And so, do you want to tell everyone what your heart is for bunnies, or?
Well, my last name is Van Knightenberg, which actually means from the village of rabbits.
Amazing.
And I've just always loved them. They're just my favorite. And I think they're great because they don't bite, and they don't bark, and they take care of their business discreetly. The perfect pet.
The yard, I was going to say, the yard is going to be well loved by the rabbits. Anyway, thank you, Sandy, for taking it, and I'm glad this little guy has a new friend. Do you want to take a look at where Ranger has decided to camp? I'm sorry, Flower has decided to camp out.
Ranger Flower.
Ranger Flower.
Flower Ranger.
He's just hanging out right here behind the couch.
He went and tucked himself back here. He'll probably hide for a little bit just because it's a new place, but he'll come out.
Juliana, bring the dishes in the kitchen.
So, awesome.
Juliana?
Hey everybody, so it's actually a couple of days after Mr. Ranger / Flower went to his new home, and I realized when I went to edit this video that we forgot to sign it off. So I just thought I would pop in for a minute and say, hey, he's doing great. He's happily settled into his new home, and our babies are growing like crazy, so I can poke my camera in there for a moment. They're now out of the nest, and that's really exciting, so that's adorable. And why wouldn't we want to see baby bunnies? On the subject of babies, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have now made my arrangements for the Goaty girls to go and get bred. They are actually going to go on a little vacation because Miss Jane, actually Jane's the easy one. Jane is easy to tell when she's in heat, but Betsy is practically silent when she is ready to go. So we're actually going to send them over to the breeder and leave them there for about a week. And basically while they're gone, we'll do a little bit of like maintenance on some of the goat areas. Get like the goat pen all cleaned up, get it all fancified and ready for them to come back. And so yeah, they're gonna go in a couple of weeks and they'll have a little vacation hanging out with the boys, and then they'll come back and hopefully they'll be pregnant. But that's our plans. I've got that underway. It is scheduled. So that's exciting because baby goats are awesome. I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who offered their suggestions on what to do with Ranger. We did actually find a couple of rabbit rescues that we had kind of as a backup plan, but because this worked out and we got him a new home, we really didn't have to go that route. But I do appreciate you guys weighing in on your input. Unfortunately, we were not really, it just didn't make sense for us to keep him because on one level he would not be a breeder for our program, but on another level there is a biosecurity issue because of his unknown origin. There is a disease in rabbits called snuffles where it's highly contagious, and once they have it you cannot get rid of it. And basically they can be asymptomatic and it can just suddenly have flare-ups where they get congestion and runny eyes and they just don't feel good. And so it's just, to be safe, I kept him well away from our rabbits. I did not reuse anything. Everything that he has touched is going to be bleached, and he was always the last rabbit to be fed, so I did not ever handle anything that he touched and then go touch my rabbits. And there was a lot of hand washing. So not that I don't know, honestly, I don't know that he was sick, but because they can be asymptomatic, I would rather not take the risk and end up having to cull my entire rabbitry because of my carelessness. So while he was a super friendly rabbit and he would have been a great pet for us to have, it just didn't make sense for us to take that risk with our own rabbit herd. So, but he's gone, and now we have the little babies that are coming up, so we'll be handling them, I'm sure. So Ranger Flower is now happily gonna live out the rest of his days hanging out in a backyard with a bunch of kids to play with. So thank you so much for your guys' interest, and thank you for your input and your well wishes for him, because, I mean, come on, he was a cool dude. Anyway, as always, this is your urban nerd with a goat herd, minus a random rabbit, saying that you can grow where you're planted.